So what I did was broke the alphabet down in smaller stacks, and so reconsidering, I did a stack for A, B, all the way through D, through H, through L, through O, through S, through U, and through Z. So now taking these subcategories are just going to be taller stacks, and then we'll just push the stacks over, and they'll just be A, B, simple through, and then combining and condensing as we go through. So some of the stacks may be bigger as I move through, S for example, and that's okay. I just do another substack right behind it. So I know this stack goes through D, so I take out everything through D. I know this stack goes through H, I take everything out through H. This goes through L, this stack through L. N, this stack through S. So it's all this. So we can see we're getting a taller stack already through some of the other titles. And then we could keep shaving these down. TV, W.
Chose to sleep with his wife. My enemy is waiting for just one sign of weakness. Waiting for me to feel that he's close to me, and then they will strike. And if I fall, then this has all been for nothing. Can I do that and still keep the people together? They want an example to be made of both of you. Tell me you forgive me. God, forgive.
So a lot of S's in this stack, and I am going to create now the second through S substack there. Got this little bit left, and then we will start going individual.
Thank you.
CPD. Yeah, we're humming. Seeing what's left, I'll probably just start taking these from the front stacks instead of going back and forth. I'll probably collect all the ABs. All the ABs in one shot. All the ABs grab everything through D now. Titles through D. Titles through H.
Instead of being slaves and people without a home, we will be a nation of priests and a holy man, a special nation. If we obey his laws, if we have no other God but him, shall we say yes? Shall we? You asked me for justice, and I tried to find it in here instead of there. Do you accept God's bargain?
This takes us through L. Not a lot. So we know through L is going to be a shorter substack. Alright, now we go up into the letter P. Next is going to be through S. Someone I missed. Take back those. Now we're through S. Get rid of some of these that I missed. B.
How long must we wait?
G. L. Here we go. Some of these last T's. But we're going to start on this rack first and then work our way backwards. So I'm going to set up just going to start this point now in longer stack, Z down, and then the last title on the end would be our A and the number section. So this stack is going to go all the way through Z, and then I'll just keep incorporating the following substack that ends with TUV into the tail end of this. And we're already got titles facing up, facing towards me to easily read, and now it's just alphabetizing it.
Yes, but we didn't do it willingly, did we? He forced us to agree. He forced us. None of us have seen this God. It's not ours. Too bad. They destroyed the Egyptians and then the Amalekites. Shouldn't they celebrate? God's people as a curse, not a reward.
Why don't we celebrate? Don't we deserve to?
We should be.
I love our brother. Sometimes, when he looks at you, even though he sees someone who is still a slave at heart,
Left me in charge.
then show that you're in charge.
I'm the leader.
But he,
It's a symbol. Something to remind me that God's people.
So that's that substack. And we kind of see, and that goes unholy all the way to Z and zombie strippers. And then all the other substacks, same thing, just mixed up close by their letter. And then as we continue down, I am going to just keep adding to the unholy to get the stack as large as possible. But we now know we have the extreme part of the alphabet. It's going to end at zombie strippers no matter what in terms of back cataloging or looking for a title. Okay, time to start alphabetizing the rest.
We keep on one. Tomorrow we sacrifice to I am who I am.
I'm taking out all the U's. We already know they're accounted for. The V's that I found in there.
We had a bargain with God. We made him a promise. We promised to have no other God but him.
And the real reason why I'm doing this is because as I'm peeling these titles out one by one
Do this.
for theatrical release, it's becoming increasingly difficult to find subgenres that have been condensed and slid over. So now a bulk of this collection is going to be alphabetical, and the rest are going to have to rely on memory to where the other ones are. But as I keep melting down shelves, I'll keep switching them and get more of a hold on where the remaining titles are. But having them sorted by alphabet this way to keep looking for them is a super quick way to funnel through this. An option I could have would be to strip these shelves and alphabetize those into this and have them all on the floor. But I think as I'm incrementally shrinking these down too, as I'm picking them forward, I'm getting rid of the shelves on the floor at the same time without having to touching them again.
Your way is too hard.
So T is almost done now.
This body's too fond of rules.
That's too much.
Why can't we choose our own rules?
10 rules too many to live by. These are not our rules. Even if God did not give them to you, aren't they the rules we need to live by?
We don't want your God. We don't want your rules.
These are not our rules.
So T's have been ordered. T's are down, so now we're going after this big S. For walking space for this particular way, I'll probably stop here because this T has quite a bit, and then S is going to be also quite a bit. It's going to go into another category, so S is going to take up a lot. But in order to free that up, I'll just peel out and alphabetize our QRP first. So I'll do PQR. PQR on that side and start the S's. So we're going to go backwards now. And the S fit perfectly almost inside the next category. So S and T are good enough to make up its own row. And we have U through Z making up its own row. So that's just a great way that turned out. Nice and even. Okay, that will do it for S. Okay, so we are good. We are alphabetized S through Z. So now we're going to just do a really quick PQR. And I don't think O will fit. O may fit up and through, so it's not too much of a stretch. But this is a nice little stack. PQR and probably O will fit.
Will you renew your promise to God? Will you? Will you live according to His laws? Are you sure? Are you sure? They say yes. They say yes again. I have placed a land flowing with milk and honey, but they must go there without me. No! I say yes. I say no. They need you. I need you. They need the law that you gave them. Kill they!
So what's on in the background is a
Kill they!
10 Commandments 2-part miniseries, I think from 2005. It aired on TV, but that's what's on in the background. So, alright, so we're going to alphabetize P through R. We are going to alphabetize P through Z. And dipping into the O's. This is a big stack, so O may not fit.
You will have no other God than the one true God.
Got some S's accidentally mixed in, so clear those out.
You will not take his name in vain. You will keep every seventh day holy
Okay.
for him. You will take care of your father and
Started to
your
combine
mother.
some. Okay, S seems a little thin. Alright, plenty of S's in here to go through still. Okay. Not a big deal. Some of these got mixed up.
You will not perjure yourself. You will not be jealous of what others have. Don't agree to these laws lightly. You have seen God's power. If you say yes and fail him, he won't
These
just
look
punish
like
you.
the rest of the straggling S's. That's not bad.
And your
Okay.
children's children.
So I just have to re-alphabetize these S's into the existing category. And that's just going to take a little bit of wiggle as I go through. Not much.
How long will it take until God thinks we're ready?
Now began 40 years of fighting, danger, and hardship. This ragged band of ex-slaves on their way to becoming a people. Although God did not permit Moses to enter the promised land, he allowed him to see it before he died.
Okay. Now, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, that is S. I missed some straggling P. Q and R. So let's take out these
He was
R's.
buried outside, his grave forever unknown.
Okay, missed a bunch of R's. So let's infuse those. Okay, that's the rest of R. I don't think we missed any Q. CP. Okay, so that was it. So that movie ended. And I'm going to finish on the background now. 1999 Bicentennial Man. About halfway through it. So I will get through the other half as I'm filing.
to Andrew.
I will not apologize to the pigs.
Okay, so I missed a couple of P. We'll add those back in.
One understands why some animals eat their young.
I'm so sorry, Andrew. Are you alright? You seem very quiet.
How does one obtain freedom?
You wish to leave us?
Not at all. One merely wishes to be declared free.
But why? You have so much freedom here.
Until one is ordered to do something.
Okay.
Andrew, it's been years since anyone's given you an order.
But you may still request
All right,
one
so we're
from
gonna make
task.
sure that there's no.
Well, we ask all the time.
This
but it's
stack is gonna
it's
finish
not
with
an
O.
order.
A lot of the big letters are out of the way as you get through P through Z, so this one will probably fly a little bit faster. And then we're just gonna go. This stack is M, N, and O, and this looks like this is gonna fit perfectly with evenly kind of with the other stacks, and kind of get a good idea of how much we've got left. So this will free up after this stack
Something that
M
means
through
so
Z.
much to so many people would be worth having.
A real quick flush of the O's because we know they're gonna be in the very back anyway.
So, would now be the time.
All right.
It's good time, Andrew. Is everything in one's bank account? What would you to purchase one's freedom? One wants to be free. One would of course still obey the free laws and serve you in exactly the same fashion. The only thing that would change would be the form. One would no longer be your property. Your slave, that's what this is about.
Taking the N out and just.
You are one's family. You're in.
We talked about it once.
Not a lot of N. Nefarious to none, and that takes care of that. Now let's sizzle through these M's and line the M's up right here.
My father read. You've given me hundreds of books to read. It was simply a matter of time before he became intrigued. He learns and grows all the time. And it's because of you and Andrew's abilities that he's become every bit as complex as we are.
Good morning, sir. You take good shape, please. Why, sir? You are free now. I'm so ask you to leave this house. But, sir, I don't wish to leave. You wish for freedom, you must accept the consequences. Then I will remove my belongings. Where will you go? I will look for a residence nearby, so that if you ever need anything, sir,
It will not happen. Thank you. There's no need to be close by.
if you command me not to do this, I will obey.
I command nothing.
Then, call or uncall, I am always at your service.
Andrew. Stop referring to yourself as well.
so now we're now M through Z. We'll start hacking away. Looks like this is I through L. Looks like it's a nice little, pretty close kind of equivalent stack. So we will shred through this. Okay, so this is going to be all the way through L. Slow start.
The robots here.
Hello, miss. So, how are you, sir?
I'm dying, Andrew. I'm worse, I'm trying.
Wonderful to see you again.
I'm so happy to see you, Andrew. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has, sir.
I used to tell you. And I was wrong.
You're never wrong.
Don't predict me. I really told you freedom. But you have it.
Thank you, sir.
You were very good to us.
As an honor serving you, sir.
All right.
I want to seek out my own path. In order to understand my destiny,
All right.
I must know if there is another like myself.
We are
Northern remarks
I through L here, and now we're officially I through Z.
Now that you have finally passed
We're
the
halfway
bar,
there.
I want you to sue them for the information of the whereabouts of all
So this
NDR
stack looks like it's going to be
robots.
another pretty close equivalent. This is all the way through H.
The Freedom of Information Act doesn't quite cover suits by robots.
Not yet.
Mother, I'm a very busy man. I do not have time to help
A little larger
pursue some
stack.
ridiculous lawsuit.
So it looks like I'm going to have to combine.
I do love you. But sometimes I have to wonder if you really are my child.
Well, that's mutation, Mother. The miracle of genetics
H
is another.
is what we'll have to end up with. So we're going to back up and do all these H's.
That's why I'm divorced.
do if I got the information on these other NDRs?
I would seek them out, each and every one.
So you'd be gone for quite a long time.
Oh, yes. Several years, if not more, if my calculations are correct.
Another thing.
Did he not breastfeed? Dear little miss, my journey is nearing the end of its 10th year, and I still have not found any robot that bears any similarity to myself.
Alright, so that is H. Let's go backwards some more and keep filing away these G's.
Well, Andrew.
Hello.
My last name is Martin.
Hey, get off the field.
Dear little miss, my journey is nearing its end. I have exhausted all possibilities, save for one final ray of hope. I have learned of an NDR robot that has recently been rebuilt back home in San Francisco.
Alright. I feel good about G now. And let's take all the F's out. F. It's not going to fit very easily. Pushing the E's back, the E's are going to be the last letter anyway, so I'm pulling all the F's forward to alphabetize here, pushing all the E's back because that's going to be my last letter in the next category, the next row. Alright, so some of the E's are back there, they're ready to be done. We'll flush these F's out, and then we would have E through Z complete after this.
Is this yours?
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking for Rupert Burns.
Oh, you've come to the right place. Come in.
Certainly.
before. And we're so much better at it than humans.
I believe I finally found you. When did you know
No what?
that you were unique?
Oh, I
Okay,
knew that.
so that is F. A little bit of a, well, it's all lined up,
You and I,
kind of. They're okay.
we're the same.
Alright, so let's just take care of E real fast, and then we just got these little bit of
We have personality.
small stacks left, and then we are alphabetized.
Is your personality chip turned on?
Is it yours?
No.
Sucks to be you. I think personality is much more fun than intelligence, don't you? I think so.
Can I help you?
Your robot is just a standard NDR, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Why does she have the ability to dance?
Because I put a modified skeletal chip into her during a rebuild.
How were you able to do that modification?
My father told me. He created the android unit at Northern Robotics. He's responsible for the technology that allows you to mimic human expression.
What happened to her?
Well, Northern let him off and they shut down the unit, so we started this place and I took over when he died.
Okay,
I'm sorry to hear that.
those are the E's.
Absolutely thrilled to meet
Let's
you.
drop the, looks like
Rupert
D is
Price.
gonna be a pretty significant
The
letter.
honor is mine.
Hey, you and I, we're the same.
So this substack is all C and
Let's
D
get
alone.
going, Robo.
So I would just have this extra stretch.
Shut her off, or I will.
On this path here is just gonna be all D.
Okay.
And the remaining C get pushed back, and then looks like we'll be able to finish the entire row with A, B, C, and numbers in this final
Father's
stack.
work.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, it's our work. You can say that.
So I'm just gonna alphabetize D as I'm pulling over at the same time.
Relentlessly unfashionable Android technology. As a matter of fact, I've actually gotten to a point where I can pretty much exactly replicate the external physical appearance of a human being.
And then simultaneously pushing D back or C back to condense.
Remarkable.
Thank you. Amazing. Unfortunately, nobody seems terribly interested in funding my research, but
I am. I will fund your research.
yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you, darling. Okay, Andrew, I want to make it very clear. This is an external physical upgrade only. In the strictest sense of the word, you will feel nothing, none of your internal mechanisms will be changed. You'll still be subject to the parameters of your positronic brain. Is that clear?
Understood.
Okay, good. Now, if you give me any thought whatsoever as to what age you'd like to be,
Officially, I am 62 years old.
let's take off 25 years. What do you say?
15.
20.
Perfect.
Good. Now, Andrew, believe it or not, the secret to all this is actually imperfection.
Imperfection.
Yeah. Things like wrinkles, less than perfect teeth, details like fading scars, little pop. Look at my nose. See my nose? It's bulbous and slightly irregular.
It is.
Well, I'm the only one who's got my nose, and that's what makes me unique. And we need to incorporate these features into your design so that you can be the only one of you. That's what makes us unique, is those imperfections.
I see. Like the shape of your head.
What about the shape of my head?
It's huge.
Oh,
But lovely.
thank you. What's going on? What happened?
I saw the inner me.
Oh. Alright.
Is it ready? Please, be careful. Don't drop it.
I'm being careful.
Oh my God!
Just relax, relax.
Okay,
relax.
so that is D. D's done. It's a pretty significant sized
Just keeping you on your toes.
C
I
row.
don't have any toes.
You do now.
So we're just gonna do C on its own and see how B shakes out. But
How do I look?
this looks like we're gonna have
Reset.
one more little row after we alphabetize the C.
Beautiful. Sorry.
Who are you?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Wonderful. Even younger.
How do you do that? Do I know you?
Oh, I know I look different too. I've had an upgrade.
What?
Touch it.
No, oh no, no.
Sorry. Please.
What's going on? You leave her alone. Who are you?
Andrew.
Andrew?
Yes.
But I was a robot.
Yes, I am. Well, now an android.
Who's had an upgrade.
I know that. Hello.
It is you. You know him? Yes.
You know me?
Yes.
Who are you?
I'm Little Miss.
No.
Yes.
What's Little Miss?
No.
No?
Oh.
No?
No. That's Portia. Portia. Yes.
Portia?
Yes.
Who's Portia?
My granddaughter.
Andrew.
Yes.
Is this some kind of trick?
No.
You're Little Miss?
Yes.
Then what right do you have to look like her? There is and can be only one Little Miss.
Really?
Yes.
It's a genetic resemblance, Andrew. Sometimes it skips a generation.
I don't care. I don't like it.
I can see that. But if you took a moment, which I see you're not inclined to do right now, you'd realize Portia and I are very different people.
What's so funny?
You are.
I'm not trying to be funny. Things have certainly changed around here.
What happened? And to you,
Okay, we are now C through Z.
I have so much to tell you. Come.
We're just gonna do A, B, and numbers on its own final little stack.
Yes, you. Portia.
out, and that'll free that up a little bit. Wow. Larger category than I thought. A and B. Okay.
Go home to your master. You don't have a home, do you? I don't have food. I don't eat.
Alright, those are the numbers. 2012 Doomsday, 1917, those kind of things. Alright, let's just crank out A through B and sink in the high B's into this row, and that will free up that little extra category. So we're going to do the high B's and shrink them into next to C, and that'll free up one full row to be all of A and the low B's.
I know you don't like me. Well, I don't like you either. I just want to make that clear.
And stuff I'm picking out for the high B's, the easy ones, Bumblebee, Brightburn, Buried, so we know those are going to be something towards the low end, or the higher end of
Would
B.
it be possible to have a slightly longer conversation? Me, my canine companion, and Rosa.
It's a good start. One quick for some extra high B's. Look at these.
Is this your sculpture?
No, I'm restoring it. I'm a preservation architect.
It's quite horrendous. How ugly was it before you started?
Listen, first you get mad at me because of how I look. Tonight, you show up at my front door, announce that you don't like me, and then you criticize my work.
Once again, I apologize for telling the truth, but it can't be helped. It's my program.
What is it exactly that you want?
Family.
Alright, I'm going to cap that
I
there
am so named
at
because your great-grandfather and grandmother considered me to be a member of your family.
BL.
Now, sir,
So now the previous B's, if I case any more, and this is a straight now filing, this little substack should now fit, and now it is a straight, clean A through low B alphabetized.
Andrew, do you have any friends at all?
Only before. He's very sweet, but not very challenging on a conversational level. That is the extent of his skills.
Nobody's going to talk to you.
Yes.
Even if that person doesn't like you.
You can't have everything. Is that right? Is it you can have everything? Seems like some people do, so I'm somewhat confused on that level. Sorry, I have no stomach.
Could I get you a phone?
He has a stomach.
Do you think you...
How is she?
She's sleeping.
What happened?
She had a stroke.
almost good. Okay, that is A to Z. Let me just put the little numbers off there to the side. So now, like we set out to do, we got A team all the way through. Alphabetize there. This is Dark Encounter to the eye. Then we had this one, Fall to Hyperthermia. I am Zozo, the lovely Molly, Mad Max to the owners,
I studied it.
Pale Door, Runner, S Darko to Tusk, and then this last line, the Unborn, the Zombie Strippers. So an hour to alphabetize, or alphabetize the remaining substacks, and now those are going to flow back into the shelf in theatrical order. Have to do them one at a time, and then the remainder that are going to be the newest releases would be at the tail end, and that probably stack will go upstairs.